Libra, welcome to your 3-month overview. That is April, May, June. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Let's jump on into it, starting with the top line. The months are laid out in the coordinates to the power number associated with that power card. So, for instance, 4, April, the Emperor. 5, May, the Hierophant. 6, June, the Lovers. And then the undercurrent to those months, the energies at play, the Sun. What we understand makes us happy. How's that looking? How is that shaping up? Adjustments we need to make. Okay. The Tower. Anything that is unexpected or untoward we should be made aware of over the next several months. And then Judgment. Imperative decisions that we need to make inside of us, outside of us, spiritual lessons, that kind of stuff. Okay. So these are influential energies over the next several months. All right. Let's get cracking. Show me. Show me Libra in April, please. Show me Libra in April. Show me Libra in April, please. Show me Libra in April. Show me Libra in April, please. What's going on for Libra? Take it resonates, leave it does not, but do keep in mind, most of this is future-oriented. It's meant to be. So even though it may not make sense to you now, it might later down the road. All right? Of course, I will see past energies, and I'll explore them in as much as it needs to make sense to the present, but I'm not going to dwell on it. Okay. And neither do you. All right. Oh, honey, we got some activity kicking off in a commitment, relationship, something. 4 of Wands. You kind of feel like you're alone and struggling in a relationship, a commitment. Fuck. I mean, straight up sympathy, honey. Straight up sympathy. Straight up sympathy. You feel like you are the lone soldier, okay, in this commitment. There's supposed to be someone else in here with you, and it feels exact opposite of that. It feels like you're the only one fighting for this. It feels like you're the only one stressing about this. And it's supposed to be 4 of Wands, okay? So I don't necessarily assume marriage when I see 4 of Wands, nor should you. It's typically relationship energy that says these are the walls that contain us. You and I are safe within these walls, or we're supposed to be. It's supposed to be structurally sound. So that indicates an intimate relationship of where you and I are supposed to reside in the same space and share an equal amount of energy. Okay. So it's supposed to be safe relationship that has structure. And it feels like this ain't got structure. You know why? Because I see singular energy. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, the least favorite of the 9s. Okay. Somebody here is feeling a little bit too much like a lonely soldier. And P.S., since that is equally divided around the 4 of Wands, one of you feels incredibly stressed out or mentally overtaxed, and the other person feels physically exhausted by trying. That could be the indications absolutely of 2 people, since it encases the 4 of Wands. Or both of these could be you. But we feel way too alone in this commitment, this relationship, this marriage. We feel way too alone. Oh, honey. That's isolation. That's stress. That's fatigue. I'm the only one fighting for this. I'm the only one who gets it. I'm the only one who appreciates it. I'm the only one who stresses about it. It's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting, you're saying. Oh, okay. All right. Let's keep going. What else, please, about April? Why is that with you? Why is that hitting you so hard, honey? Why is that hitting you so hard? Why is that hitting you so hard? In April, for some of you, April represent... That's not right. As I say, for some of you, April might represent your anniversary marker. That's not quite right. But it could be, sure. Ten of Swords, Judgment, Magician. It's like... somebody here's refusing to throw in the towel. They refuse to throw in the towel despite the hardship and the clear signs and indication of pain and unending stress. There's no resolution here at all. None. There's no resolution, just a determination to keep manifesting it. We keep manifesting this relationship to work without any thesis behind it. So I'm not saying temperance. I'm not saying the hermit. Fuck, I'd take the Four of Swords at this point. Okay. So again, it's like I gotta keep it, I gotta keep it, I gotta keep it. I'm gonna keep willing this into my existence. Doesn't mean much if you're just living in pain and exhaustion every day. Okay. We cannot do the healing of two people. You can try, and that's a great recipe for disaster. But it's like, I'm not, you're saying, somebody here is saying distinctly, I'm not going to allow this to fail. It sucks. It exhausts me. I frankly don't like it very much, but it's on me to keep it going. That's what somebody's saying here. It's on me to keep it going. Why? I'm not seeing any indications of healing or any love, just this concept that this is mine and I have to keep it with me at all times. That's my judgment. That's my decision. This is my stress. This is my pain in the ass. This is mine. I'm not seeing the love or healing behind it. Now, if I see that later, great. I'll feel a lot better. For right now, it's just like, I'm holding on to this because I have to. It's my destiny. We got to have a talk about destinies. If somebody's like, oh, I made that judgment call already, Christina. I'm not letting this go. It's mine. I'm going to keep pulling it towards me. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. It's my stress. It's my pain. It's my exhaustion. Don't worry about it. I made my choice. Let's get. Somebody keeps saying give it a second chance, but without premise behind it. Love, healing, active constructive efforts. Where are those concepts? And then I'll believe in the second chance bit. Then I'll believe that. It's not even a second chance. It's just I'm going to keep pulling in. I'm just going to keep pulling it in. It hurts. It sucks, but I'm going to keep pulling it in. I'm not letting it go. Oh, boy. Oh. What is up? What is up? It's like, don't let it in. Don't let it in. Don't let it in. Don't let it in. That's a broken record. And I'm not dismissing the efforts here, honey. I'm not, but it's kind of like... I mean, do you want to? Do you want to? Show me, May. Show me, May. Show me, May, please. There's a difference. You're manifesting it because you really believe it's yours and just keep choosing it because you didn't know what else to do. Big difference there, honey. The Lovers. Excuse me. Six of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. You're... Yeah. There's somewhere else you want to be, honey. There's somewhere else you want to be. That's what I'm saying. Where's the effort? I see your will. I don't see the effort. I'm not saying you haven't tried. I'm saying you're past the point of trying. Where there's any real constructive efforts, healthy ones, emotional ones. There's the constructive efforts right there. And you want to move away from it. To renew that opportunity. Are you summoning to make this work, or are you summoning the will to end it? Real talk. Are you summoning the will to make this work because you say it's your decision, or are you summoning the will to end it? Which one? Because I got news for you. Energetically, you don't want to fucking be there. It's not a brand new opportunity. That's the effort I'm looking for. The real one, the viable, to keep this going. I'm saying is, don't beat a dead horse, right? If you know you don't have a pentacle to put into this, then don't allow this to pass through the way it was supposed to pass through. So when you're telling me judgment, second chance, or are you saying you're just trying to summon the judgment to exit this? Because right now, in May, when I see the transitional, you don't seem to be interested in that particular renewal contract. And for some of you, I was right. There's a renewal contract in here somewhere, isn't there? Be it work, but it's coming across as relationship energy. It's commitment. We don't want to renew that contract. So some of you are coming upon your contract season, as it were, in terms of renewal. I'm saying anniversary. So we're looking at an April-May overflow. Because there's somewhere else you want to be. Do you see the place where you wish to exit and where you wish to enter? Okay. I don't know how long this process is going to take. But there's something in you that just cannot abide putting more of yourself into this. You have the option to, and I'm guessing you've taken that option several times, and it's not working. Are you summoning the will to stay or to go? Because I see where you actually want to be and what you want to get away from. I have you gravitating towards a strong connection. That is not this. Can I get more on May? I can't. I don't see it being as a literal translation. It's like I'm hanging by my last nail, tooth and nail, Christina, and I gotta leave this. I gotta split. I'm out. Hasta la vista, baby, or however that goes. I don't remember. And then like, okay, I'm moving on to my lover now in May. I don't think it's that literal. I don't. But, I mean, some of you could be, for sure. What else, please? And what else is going on, please, in May? What's going on, please, in May? No, the offer to it's coming in heavily as full circle. So reconstructive efforts, again, with the aces, you have, it's not just new, it's also renewal. The word new exists in renewal, okay? So the Ace of Pentacles could be a brand new opportunity that you're just saying, nah. But no, I'm seeing it as the renewal effort to make something work that you have tried to summon forth before, but it's not working. I've seen you, because that's what the lonely soldier is, honey. Exhausted, worn out. 999, that's the top out. That's the top out. Next you have 10, boom. It's supposed to be transition point after 10 when you just can't take any more. But people can carry those 9s and 10s for a long time. What else plays in May? What else plays in May? What else plays in May? I need to understand what you're doing. 7 of Pentacles, long time coming. King of Swords. You've been wanting to make this move for a long time. Yeah, I fucking called it. You're not renewing that contract, whatever that is. Whatever that commitment is, be it work or some sort of relationship, you don't seem to be interested in renewing it. You have no more work put into it. I saw that you got really close, and I even defaulted to that interpretation, that you are summoning forth the will to keep bringing this fucking thing back, to keep it in play, and then at some point you went, I can't. I can't. That is the Ace of Pentacles, Christina. Whatever that is, I can't give it anymore. Okay. So it's looking like you are summoning forth now within you the strength not to reenact judgment as in second chance, but pull judgment as in your decision. Oh, I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down on this one. Nobody likes to hear that when they're cross-watching. Nobody likes to hear that. I don't know, honey. At this rate, I don't think this person is going to cross-watch you. It doesn't look like it to me. That looks unhealthy and unstable. Tiresome. Exhausted. I'm not seeing arguments. I'm not seeing mind games. It's past all that. It's past all that. I can't keep this going another year. Something like that. It was a long time coming, as far as you're concerned. It's a long time coming, as far as you're concerned. Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords. You made up your mind to put that Wheel of Fortune into motion. You're acting on it. I wanted to know. And you're like, that's what I'm doing. If your energy is in alignment and you know it's right for you, then it's right for you. You told me I'm not renewing that shit. I'm not renewing that contract. Something else is calling you. Now, what that something else is, I don't know if I'll see it, but we'll try to pick up on it. But something else you're moving towards, something else that calls you spiritually. Okay, very strongly. For some of you, it was a long time coming. Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. And do keep in mind, all tarot is timeless. If you do not identify with this spring, you might in future. Because that was such a long time coming with the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. For some of you, it hasn't happened yet. Where you get to that point of exhaustion, tap out, you just can't. It took you a minute to get there. It took you a hot minute to get there. So I'm telling you, all tarot is essentially timeless. It doesn't matter that I'm trying to capture it in the next 3 months. I know better. And if you watch tarot, you should too. What you do not resonate with today or tomorrow, you might a year from now. In fact, I think some of the best messages I've ever seen are the ones that pop up out of nowhere 2 years earlier. It wouldn't have made sense to me then, but I saw it when I was supposed to see it now. 2 years, 3 years after it was made. Those are indeed the best messages. All tarot is timeless. So I could essentially be reading your past. Some of you, you've already been there, done that. You ever notice that? When you watch some tarot, you're like, that was my situation fucking 3 years ago. Yeah. Some of you, it's present-oriented. This is happening now. And others of you, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. You're that person that might be looking at this 2 years from now. That's how long this has taken. So in that respect, I am sympathetic. Very. You have felt like a lone soldier in this marriage, this commitment for a very long time. Keeping it together. I'm telling you, all tarot is timeless. Some of you, this has already happened. Others of you, it is happening now. And for others of you, it is yet to be. That's how spun out that is. And if it is your future yet to be, I'm sorry. Just please know when you make up your mind, you will have made up your mind. And it's pretty final. Congratulations. And I say that with all sincerity. You have to know what's right for you. So if renewing that contract is no longer right for you because it takes away from you, here's the thing about energy. It can run in the positive. It can run in the neutral, where neither person is giving too much or too little, or you from yourself or for other people. And then at times it runs in the negative. Guess where that's running? That's negative. To the point of unbearable. And it becomes one of those situations, is this worth my effort now? My best pentacle. Well, I'm alive and upright, and I can still have some sort of joy, where I can still have some sort of enthusiasm, where I can still have a stronger sense that my life can go in a particular direction. Because this is going nowhere. And that's something you had to conclude over time, honey. That's a lot of time. You seem to be gravitating towards something outside of you that is much stronger for that than a renewal contract. It speaks to you strongly. I see you going towards it in time. Again, it may not be this year. Spiritually, you were out the door a long time ago, honey. But your physical body stayed behind. Show me June. June. Oh, honey, you just broke so many walls in the energetic field. It's not even funny. I'm telling you, time is elastic. It's, Libra, apologies for that abrupt cut. I'm currently filming during spring break, and so obviously my daughter's home from school and she needed me real quick. Okay, back to your reading. You know what occurred to me? Right during that disruption, I was just thinking, remember how I said, are you summoning the will to stay or summoning the will to go? And it occurred to me, you might have literally told yourself not too long ago, and that would explain why I'm seeing the expanded timeline. I'm going to give it another year. That's why some of you, this is yet to be, some of you made that decision. I'm going to give this another year. Others of you are choosing this year to exit. That's why there's so much time. You're stamped with it, literally. Some of you will not know this to be true until a year from now. I couldn't tell which way you were summoning. To stay or go. For some of you, this is your year to go. Others of you, not till later. Let's take a look at June for you, yeah? Show me June, please, for Libra. Show me June, please, for Libra. Show me. Show me June, please, for Libra. Sometimes it's nice to have breaks, even though I don't like being disrupted. I do not like to have my energetic flow disrupted. But sometimes, when I do have to take breaks, I have very quick reflections. Very quick. Show me June, please. That's why I like to work in a quiet house and alone. And this is why I don't, by the way, people ask me all the time, how come I don't do live readings? I can't. The disruption drives me crazy. The disruption drives me crazy. I have to focus in my own way, and that means minimal influence. So it's, I don't know. I envy people who can do live readings. I'm not one of them. I just can't. I just can't. I've tried, but I get, it's like, oh, squirrel. And that's what happens when I see the chat comments load. I don't know how other tarot readers do it. I focus so damn hard. Sun. Very good. Good. Very good. Very good. You feel so much better. You feel so much better. Oh my God. It's washing over me in relief. It feels so much better. That's how you know it was right for you. For others of you, you will not experience this until about a year from now. Oh. That's how you know it's right for you. It takes so much strength to summon the will to stay in an impossible situation, and it takes a phenomenal amount of strength to summon the will to go. You are on the precipice of both. Some of you are going this way, others of you are going that way. And this could be anybody that you share a kind of intimate household with. That could be direct family members that you kind of have this tension with. And that's extreme tension, and it's unending. Topped out. You're going to be a lot better soon. Look, your intuition's out, your sun's out, and your healing's out. All active, all high majors in June. Congratulations. That's beautiful. You're going to feel so resplendent and relaxed. Yourself, your intuition's here signing off on everything. Your sun is out and shining, and your healing is out in form. You feel so much better for having made that decision. You can't really argue with that. I'm not going to say you don't have your bad days, but most of your days is a sunny forecast. I don't know when and how your lover comes into play. I don't know if they're part of June. I just see your energy trying to drift, not drift, but purposely go somewhere that you feel is correct. You may not know how to define it. You might know exactly who they are and what they look like. You may not. I don't know. I just see your will gravitating towards them. So if they are part of June or not, I do not know. But everything feels right, 100%. Do you see the extreme scales here of everything that is not right? And we have to choose to exit it in order to make things right. This is also a choice. The responsibility of choice is a powerful thing. And it doesn't just mean, oh, I'm going to do me, I'm going to do what makes me happy. It's so much more than that. It's assuming the responsibility of the hard things too. Knowing what to do with it. Is it salvageable? Is it not salvageable? Is it worth your worth? Is what you're being given back worth you and worthy of you? You know. I don't know if your lover comes into play, honey. I don't know if you find him. I don't know if you're just out there and you're just feeling somebody. And that's not the point. The point is that you will feel so much better. Yeah, for some of you will be talking to someone at that time, for sure. That's not really the point. So much freedom. So much freedom. So much relief. It was a long time coming. Anything else, please, in June? Heads up. Anything else, please, in June? Work, family. Right. Emphasis on the sun. All right. Can't have enough sun, honey. In June. Can't have enough. Beautiful. Okay. Death. 7 of Cups. You know, the 6 of Cups. You won't consider other options. You won't consider other options. You're like, fuck that. I don't know why that's making me laugh. It was just the directness of it. The bluntness of it was amazing. I don't know why that hit my funny bone in a weird way. It's like, I'm not considering any of that garbage. I know who's going. I don't know why they hit me so funny. I don't know why. Look up, when you're decided, you're decided. Yes, they're here. You found them. Ding dong. You found them. Oh, there was no confusion. It was like, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that. You're saying to me there are no options in love. I already know who it is. Okay, so that when you were doing this process back here, I didn't know if this person was going to show up or if you already knew who you were aiming yourself for after you declined. Let's put it that way. You declined renewing that. And I didn't know if you were drifting towards someone specifically or you were just open energetically to a lover's strong union. And I didn't know. And just because of all that beautiful happiness and sunshine in June didn't mean that they were there with you necessarily. You should always feel good and complete on your own. So I pushed a little further. I wanted to see if I'd see some pentacle for you, some family goal stuff, whatever. And you're like, oh no, I found them. There are no other options. Let me know, FYI, if it's Scorpio. And there's like, there are no options. Screw that. I know exactly who they are. That's great. You made a beeline towards that one. You're like, it's like, I could consider options in love. No. We're going to go straight to that person. It's like, it's not even a challenge. It's not a challenge. So it wasn't even a question. You didn't even question it. That's why I like it. It's respect, honey. That's respect. That's mad. I got respect for that. I do. I got mad respect for that. It's like, it's great. I love to see this decisiveness in you. This is brilliant. I loved it. I know this was hard and I'm not trying to laugh at it. And I'm telling you right now, I'm calling this. I'm fucking calling this. This is heads and tails type situation. Some of you are giving this another year. Others of you are not. But dude, sister, Let me tell you something. Once that decision is made, alignment, 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 alignment. This is not alignment. This is misalignment. Everything else, you become decided real quick. Your energy gets sharp, focused real quick. Okay. You seem to be open to something that you know exists, and it seems to like almost exists for you exclusively. That's what's wild. It's like, oh, I know exactly what that energy is. I don't question it. I like that. It's sexy. It is. When you know what you want and who you want, and you seem to think that they're going to fit you like a glove, no hesitation. No hesitation. None at all. You make a beeline straight for that person. You won't even consider other options. Even I was like, oh. Look at that. Bold as brass and twice the sass. I love it. Look at you. Sunshine, happiness. I love this. I can't. Honey, I just can't. I love this. You're making me so happy right now. You're making me so happy. I thought you were going to show me drudgery and we're going to keep spinning this shit out and keep spinning this shit out. And like for those of you who are ready this year, like, no, I've been doing that. Look where that got me. No more. No mas. Some of you, I insist, not till next year. Another calendar year of renewal. I told you. Some of you are coming upon your renewal contracts. And for some reason, April, May, or June represents that energy. That's a full calendar year in tarot. Oh, wow. Look at you go. But man, once you start deciding, and that's okay if you need another year. I just don't want you to wreak any more havoc upon yourself. But for those of you who need another year, then you need another year. Okay? In which case you have so much to look forward to. For others of you who have so much to look forward to this year, beeline. Dude, seriously. I'm not even considering other options. I'm not here to play. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. So heavy soul bond energy. It seems like we are familiar with this person. We are familiar with this person. We've shared memories. It's a very unique bond. You seem to be interpreting that, and that's why you're not considering anything else. You've told me there are no other options. This is something that is unique to you, and you seem to understand it exclusively. And there you go. And you're going out there. You're getting that one. You are getting that one. Whoa! And they are part of your sun package. Ooh. Okay. Show me the sun, please. Speaking of which, I have an idea. Show me. Show me the sun, please. Show me the sun. 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 Show me the sun, please, for Libra. Show me the sun, please, for... Oh, why that got my attention. Some of you have been purposely holding back from new love for a while, even though you know you could. That's for some of you. Show me the sun, please. Yeah. And when you did that, you withheld from your sun. It's not that I don't understand why. I see why. Sometimes I get little stories on the split. Show me the sun. Eight of Pentacles. Temperance. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, honey, you had to work so hard to get here. You had to work so hard to get here. You've had to do a hell of a job unhealing yourself, and you had to put work into that, and it took forever. You might have some strong earth in your chart. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance again. You had to show yourself so much patience. And deliberate movement. And working on the best things that make you you. You had to work so hard on yourself. And understanding that you could heal you, but perhaps you could not heal this. But you could at least heal you. Yes, I agree, 100%. You were not able to heal this, but that doesn't mean you couldn't have healed yourself. Right? You had to work for your freedom. You've had to work very hard all your life. You've always moved at a particular pace. You've always been very patient. You're showing me such patience. Kindness. But this did not seem to deserve your patience or your kindness. It ran in the reverse, actually. Kind of chewed you up and spit you out. You're saying I had to put so much into me, and I had to put patience and compassion into me. I was my biggest project. Yes, fundamentally we are our biggest projects because they never end, and we're the only ones who can complete them or not put any work into them at all. So that's why you should not engage in something or continue to stay in it if it doesn't help complete you. That didn't just not complete you, honey. It put you in the negative. It put you in the red. It didn't just not complete you. It took away from you for a long time. I'm sure it didn't start out that way. Those things never do. But if it could have been fixed or healed, and you really believed it, you wouldn't have been trying to exercise your will to exit it. Because when typically things are working, we do our best to stay in it, right? And that's the kind of the point, Christina? I realized it was just me working in this. Frustrated, exhausted. And there's really a strong sense here if I was carrying this relationship this whole time. It was all me. It was not giving back. It wasn't kind. It wasn't kind at all. It wasn't soft at all. It didn't feel emotionally kind. It did not feel emotionally kind at all. So lacking. There's no softness in it. It's just all rigidity. Chafing, constantly chafing. The energy feels so tight and anxious. We're always worried about the next thing that might set something off or set them off or something like that. Yes. Back to you and your son, understanding that you make you happy, literally. Took you a long time to get here. I've seen it. I've seen it. And the point is that you arrived. You're part of your son. You are part of your own son. Being true to yourself. Putting the energy that is appropriate to you into you. You cannot get this back, nor should you try to. There's nothing worth here salvaging. I promise. You knew that. You crossed the threshold of that knowledge at some point. There's no return on this. You're right, there isn't. Draw a line. Step over the line. Don't look back. You don't want to return on that anyway. Trust me. You don't. It has nothing left to give you. This does. Very much so. All of that. I do. That makes me so ridiculously happy. I don't understand why that put such a smile on my face. It's like there are no options. I know who it is. You seem to think it's an energetic signature that you are very familiar with, uniquely familiar with, and in fact there's a sort of quality to it that says, I know it's for me. Good. Good knowledge. I know that's for me. For some of you, that person who might have started out as a friend once upon a time. Queen of Cups. For some of you, that is heavy water orientation. Show me the tower, please. Show me the tower. Somebody who might have been on standby. They keep telling me to look down at the splits. Show me the Tower, please. Show me the Tower for Libra. Show me the Tower, please, for Libra. I think I got one of them. That's some hard knocks in there, honey. I know. You got your ass kicked a couple times for a long time in a repetitive situation. It did not improve. Dude, seriously, putting heavy Scorpio energy here, man. We had this, I can't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. No more waiting. Either waiting for this person to be the Empress that they're supposed to be, loving, committed, loyal, unconditional love, maternity, protective, loving, or I can't wait anymore on the person who I think is my Empress. You pick. I've seen death as it relates to this. No options. I already know who that is. And again, that's quite distinct. Or no more waiting. Because once upon a time they might have been an Empress to me, but they haven't been that way in a long time. And I don't think they're coming back. Not like that. Not in that energy. They might have physically been there, but they hadn't been an Empress in a long time, am I right? Either way, it was a realization, it was a tower that needed to come down. It was a tower that needed to come down. Where it is you're not supposed to be, and where it is you are supposed to be. Either way, it was a tower. One led to the other. What else, please? In the tower, can I get some more? I mean, again, I got an ending here, and it's appropriate. And then I have a refusal to see options over here. That was hilarious. I like that. I like that. It's brave. It's bold. It's sexy. It's loving. I love it. The fighting. Okay, the fighting. There was the fight. Okay, the moon. Piscean energy. Yeah. Oh, I got it. We whirled it. I got it. Okay. It was kind of like we kept manifesting this. Okay. It's this one. So it's an Empress who no longer was, or is, I believe. Piscean energy, Scorpio energy, Taurus, Libra energy. Doesn't have to be. But it's like we can't wait on this person to be who they once were. Someone who used to be loving. Someone who used to give all these quality characteristics. Okay. We can't keep waiting on that to come back because it's not coming back. And that's one of the things that caused you so much frustration and why it took so long for you to move forward in your life is because it was one of the things that you didn't want to look at in your moon. The frustration it was causing you to wait for somebody to kind of bring back their sense of love. Not just any love, ideal love. One that was, I told you, that energy was so tight and rigid and not soft. Not loving. It had you on pins and needles constantly. There was no softness there at all. Your energy in that household was so edgy. It was all elbows. And that's one of the things we didn't want to look at. We didn't want to look at it. So it took as long as it took. At some point, somebody somewhere stopped being an Empress. That's not an overnight thing. That's probably why you stuck it out as long as you did. Show me judgment, please. Show me judgment. Show me judgment. Show me judgment, please. I think we got that lesson here too. I see you learning things the hard way. Okay. But You're putting the quality care and attention and the proper work into yourself. This makes you very happy. You seem to be doing what you love quite a bit. And this is healing in and of its own right. And then over here, I see you connecting in somebody who you think you understand, you know is for you. There wasn't a question, and there they are again. There doesn't seem to... So they represent the softness, what was missing. So they represent the love quality. And not just a love quality, a unique love quality. Someone who you seem to be very tied to on a soul level. There's no question about who they are energetically to you. So it's not just a soft love space. They also represent, this is mine. This is my bond, as I understand it. Something like that. Choice. It's a choice to renew that contract. It either feels balanced in love or it doesn't. It's a decision. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles, depending on what's surrounding it, isn't so great. There's a love contract here. I knew it. I said for some of you it's work, but I just know it isn't. It's a love contract. This is a love contract. Somebody could no longer find their place in that love contract. It's a renewal, I'm telling you. Fucking called it, man. Some of you are entering your renewal contract period over April, May, June. I don't think it's March, but for some of you it could be. Some of you it's this year. Some of you it's next year. It's a decision. There's the decision. To re-engage with that renewal contract or anniversary that seems to be coming up suggests it would take another year, and you know that. It's like, how many times, Libra, have you told yourself, I'm going to give it another year? I'm going to give it another year. I'm going to give it another year. How many times did you do that? You know? I get it. 28th for some of you is important. I don't know what month. I don't know. Some of you might be February 28th. Some of you in reference to these months. It's a decision. It is a decision. So make sure it's the right one. You know, if you're going to renew a love contract, there needs to be love in it. Okay. Not just for you, them too. It's a decision, and I'm telling you, we are tasked with this now. Some of you a year from now. Okay? Advice, please. Advice, please. Advice, please. Advice, please. I know, it didn't chalk up to what you thought it would be. And understand, if you're going to commit to love, that the love needs to be there. Otherwise, the commitment's not valid. So, you know, it's really hard for people to understand that when we make commitments like this, if it's done so in love, what happens to the commitment when the love stops being the virtue that navigates it? If we commit to anything, and one of those premises of commitment is love, and that's no longer being honored. Does that mean we still honor the contract? How was the contract written? If love was written into that contract and it's no longer there, then the contract becomes null and void. It's hard for people to understand. I know. It's hard for people to understand. And then they're like, another year, another year. And some people can get by on another year. And that's when we get into that neutral energy, where it's not swinging hard in either direction. It's not overly positive, but it's not overly negative. And you probably went through that phase with this person too. And then we keep that contract going. It makes sense. It's not swinging too hard in either direction. Unfortunately, this situation couldn't even say that. It was very much in the negative. Your higher self says that your commitment principles speak to love, not the absence of it. That is what needs to be factored into your decision making. Your higher self, the Libra I'm looking at, your higher self, you might have Taurus in your chart, dictates that there should be more love than not in a commitment. And this is the principle we must remember when we make our decisions. Okay? Some people stay out of money, some people stay out of fear. Libra, I'm looking at, says, I've done all that. Year after year. I stayed for this reason last year, and I kept putting myself into it for this reason the other year, and I didn't want to disappoint family and friends another year, and then another year it was because we had financial difficulties and it wasn't a good time. The whole thing. Round and round it goes. But the Libra I'm looking at says when I commit myself, the emotion should be in it too. That's also important to me. And like I said, this relationship, whatever it is all elbows, and it's very confining. Jesus, honey, it's like you don't have room to breathe. This energy is much more relaxed. You know that. That's why you're going towards it. It's not just relaxed, honey. It actually seems to fit you. You know this. This, whatever this is, has such a strong energetic imprint on you. There's no hesitation. None. You won't even consider other options. You're like, that one. I know that one. They're not just, and it's not that I just know them. It surpasses that. You're saying, I actually know them. Here. I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I'm not quite sure we're on time since we since we disconnected. Uh-oh. I'm sorry if this one's really, really long. I actually have no sense of, that's why I hate being disrupted. I have no sense of time when I sit down to do it. I don't like it. I don't like being, I have to focus. I have to focus, Libra. I have to focus. Okay, I think we covered our bases. I think, though, the way you are radiating so strongly, so beautifully in the summer, I almost cried. I swear to God, I almost cried because it's so different from this. It's so different from this. Oh, God. The way you're just, you feel so free. You feel so fucking free. I can't even begin to tell you your sunshine and your happiness. You get, oh, God, you feel so good. Your intuition's out, your healing's out, your sun's out. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Yes, when you connect with them, whenever that is, whoever they are, there's no stopping. There's just no stopping that. There's just no stopping it. And I don't want to. It's what you've deserved. It's what you earned. It's what you've earned. It's what you've earned. Okay. Confusion, Neptune, illusions. For some of you, by the way, Libra is your Neptune. Yeah, that would make sense, actually. Not just Neptune, but in the general sense, Libra may not be your dominant sun. It may not. It may not be your rising. That actually makes quite a bit of sense, because there's something so solid about your energy. Don't get me wrong. You did that thing most likely that you did for years in this situation where you tried to balance the scales, justification, make it just right, just make it just so, it has to be just. I'm sure you did all that. But there's something in your energy that's so damn solid, it feels heavily earth-oriented with, yeah. But there's a peace in you, a calmness in you that I see. You're so patient. You're so patient. So patient. You're so very patient. Something like that. Illusions. The confusion, the illusions, memories, nostalgia. I know it was the memories and the nostalgia of what this person used to represent that most likely kept you locked in place. And that was part of the illusion, the nostalgia and the illusions being working together, working against you. Yeah, a change. You had to have the courage to change. Yes, I agree. I see that. Very much so. Beautiful. Assistance from your spirits, guides. Obviously, listen to those voices that you receive. Be open to receiving assistance from the spirit guides. Everyone who is meant to assist you in this life, be they alive or energies that have passed on. They speak to you. They whisper to you. They guide you in dreams. They guide you in reality. Sometimes they tell your hand to go, and sometimes they tell your hand to stay. Those are the ones we need to listen to. Literally be open to receiving those assistance from those energies that surround you. Apology, forgiveness. Why? What's this about? Oh. Okay, I see what you're saying. Forgive me, I must transcend. I'm sorry, I have to go. I must transcend this. When I'm with you, I'm not in unity. When we're with each other, we're not in unity. I'm sorry, but I have to go. This is something I can no longer abide by. Interesting. Just for fun? Decisions, left, right? I know. That's what I said. Some of you this way, some of you this way. Next autumn might be terribly important. Around the time of harvest. Okay, so let's call that August. Well, yeah. I'd say September, October, November. Last autumn might have been significant. This coming one might be as well. Abide by your north node, find your purpose. Again, Libra might be your north node. Okay? Finding your cosmic purpose, renewal, spark. Yeah. Abide by your north node and you will feel the spark to renew in life. Not renew in a situation, but to renew your life sense of purpose, your life sense of drive. Rediscover what it is that you were meant to actually do. The purpose in this life. Was it just to keep putting up with something that has become increasingly intolerable and unfixable? Or because you were meant for so much more? Okay, I feel like there's something floating around in the Affinity Oracle. I've been trying to avoid that thought. 4 Cups. I'm trying to avoid the sadness for a long time. I understand. I understand. Some of you, there's a King of Cups in play here. Scorpio energy. Does not have to be. Inner child healing, understanding what you're worth and why you sign up to things at all. Okay. Did you feel like it was something that you had to do, it was the right thing to do? Inner child healing, understanding the difference of hanging in there and fighting the good fight versus, is this right? Meaningful coincidences, there are none. Busy and distracted, you kept yourself busy and distracted. from having to see things line up the way they are, the signals and signs and things that you might have been ignoring, busy and distracted. That was not a coincidence that you kept yourself distracted, so you didn't really have to look at this too hard for a long time. It seems like, let's just shuffle some out, please. Push and pull energy. I'm getting that feeling, sure, over here with that 9 and 9. I'm guessing it was a lot of push and a lot of pull. It was just like, come here, come here, come here, come here. Do this, do that, do this, do that. I'll take, no give. I'll take, no give. Yeah, I see that. Vivid dreams. Vivid dreams about what? Unexpected message. It's all over the place. Family concerns, divine feminine. Ghosted. Okay, we got shit all over the place here. Codependency, family concerns. Some of you, that ties directly back into whatever this situation is one of the reasons why you kept this thing cycling. It's because we kind of told ourselves we have to stay out of family concerns. Okay, somebody's health situation, all right? The care of dependents, that kind of thing. It's a codependency thing. We have to stay in this because XYZ, family, blah, 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 expectations, health issues, we have to. So either you experience that or that's the feedback loop you receive from the other person. FYI, so that's the push and pull energy. That's one of the things that kept... There's something else here that is weirdly grouped. And I don't know why I'm seeing it this way. This is that. This is... something else. I believe it's this. The divine feminine. There's a divine feminine energy. Okay, I see that. The softness of the heart. Whereas this person couldn't express anymore their natural feelings or had any at all, as far as I could tell. I know that sounds harsh, but also, P.S., look at what you were living. I'm a realist. When people's emotions are absent, then they're absent. When somebody's are present, they're present. Anyway, somebody here has had vivid dreams. You are either the divine feminine or you have been dreaming about your divine feminine. They visit you in dreams. That's indicative to the soul bond, so it immediately pulled me over here. You had an unexpected message from this person, and they might have ghosted you at some point. I know that doesn't seem like it's very divine feminine, but it is if they knew they could not be in your life. Okay, and that would also explain why I see no hesitation in you at all about who they are and what they mean to you. It's like you understand if they exited at any point, it was reasonable, right? Because you were clearly in something for a long time. That is so wild to see groupings like this. It's wild. I was like, they just told me to shuffle it out, and it was positive change. There's positive change, and it's based on conversations. Okay, so that's wild, man. This group belongs over here. I just know it does. I just know it does. We had an unexpected message from the divine feminine, the one that you have dreams about, and they might have had a ghost history with you. And that would explain it. The soul bond, no hesitation. Once your energy's free, no hesitation. I know exactly where I'm going. That's wild, man. I don't know at what point we start communicating again, but it's unexpected. You have dreams about this person. Such a strong pathway to that soul bond. It's wild, too, the way I see you do that. Now, I know it didn't happen that quickly, and I'm not saying it was easy. What I'm saying is that you were working on yourself for a long time anyway, and they were just one more evidence of that process of your work. That's why I saw no hesitation. You knew exactly where you were going. You two, okay, let's call it fair. Let's call it fair history. All right? You're in a situation, it's ongoing. You have someone here that you have a very strong connection to that's probably on the level of inexplicable. And I'm sure that you two have an in and out history with each other. Okay. Just call it even Stevens, man. Who cares? Call it even Stevens. Seriously. Call it even Stevens, man. They ghosted, you weren't available. Call it even Stevens, okay? Can't really hold grudges like that. We just can't. And also, P.S., you don't seem to be interested in that because your energy goes whoosh to exactly who they are. That's what's wild. K. I don't know why that hit me funny. Sorry. A. I don't know why I'm hesitating. A. Okay. Small dog. Some of you, of course, I'm sure that you have a small dog. Very, very common. But we're talking something specific. Yorkie, Terrier, Chihuahua, something like that. Very small toy dog that I'm sure that you are very fond of. Bull. Sign of Taurus. S-U-R-Z. Big heart. Yes, I know. That's what's missing. That's what you want. It's also P.S. what you deserve. Snowflake. Time of winter. Scorpio energy. Small feminine glasses. Oh, it's not as small. It's just these are clearly feminine glasses. I also have a pair of masculine glasses in there too. So you might identify you, them, somebody with small feminine glasses. No medallions. Passionate, Scorpio, Aquarius, heart with a nurse's cap, massive healing, yes, of course. Aquarius, Scorpio. Okay, you guys, I think that's quite enough to be getting on with. Some of you are going to have just glorious year. A glorious year, not without pain, not without difficulty. But glorious nonetheless. For others of you, I must insist. Not for another full year. That's okay. Be it this year or a year from now. Just get to where you need to be. That's what matters. Get to where you need to be. Because where you're meant to be is not that. That's not functioning. It's not functioning mentally. It's not functioning emotionally. Let's get you over here where you don't seem to be confused at all. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. So the next round of reading will be Intimate Tarot. I don't know necessarily that I'll see a continuation of any of these energies. I have no idea. I might tune into a completely different group of Libras. I don't know. But we're going to find out. Intimate Tarot is one of my favorites and a cornerstone to this channel. Very proud to present that. Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say, I enjoy it personally because Libra is my Venus. So it's always good to look at our Venus placements actually in Intimate Tarot, so FYI. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, and the next 3 months overview obviously won't be for another 3 months. Okay, but your next message every 2 weeks without fail. I'm here for you. You're here for me. Let's keep that going. I appreciate your support so much. You guys, put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.